people, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexisjayda and welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to Kelsey. Thank you so much for all your love and support. It never goes unnoticed. Thank you so much. And I want to say a huge thank you to my amazing fam bam. You guys have been so freaking amazing to me. I love you guys so freaking much. And 2022 was an amazing year, and 2023 is going to be an even better year. So I want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to share my story times with you guys and just being there for me, and I love you guys so freaking much. I do want to do a quick shout out to Brittany. Thank you so much for your $5. Thank you so much. On YouTube, down below, it says gift thanks, and Brittany sent me $5. So I want to say thank you so much. Seriously, it means a lot. So to be part of the notification squad, all you have to do is just like the video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And your comment can possibly be the next notification shout out. Y'all, it's a new year. I cannot believe it's a new freaking year. I feel like it was just like boom, 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 like holiday, birthday, new year, we're here. A lot has been going on. I still have to edit the Christmas vlog. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's just been like, if you guys have any tips or tricks on vlogging and how to like schedule it, all that, I would love to know your guys' opinion. I will be uploading the vlogs on the family channel. I asked you guys on this channel and you guys gave me amazing feedback. Thank you so much. So I will be uploading the vlogs on my vlog channel, and I will leave it down below. Make sure to subscribe so you guys can see more of me. So let's get into the story time. That is part of my Nanny series. As we get more into the Nanny series, it is going to be a lot deeper. It is going to get a lot more intense, and I just want to give you guys just a huge TW, a lot of the things that I will be sharing in this story time and future story times as I'm telling more of the Nanny series. It is going to be a lot more deeper, and it can be somewhat very triggering. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. Even if I only share like this much of it, it is still very like, Alexis, are you okay? You know what I mean? So I just want to give you guys a warning before we continue. And yeah, isn't it crazy? This is going to be the first story time of 2023. That sounds so freaking crazy. But buckle up, sit back, relax, and before we begin, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Another one. Hold it. And slowly just breathe out. And let me just pick some of those bad vibes. We're not going into 2023 with any of this bad yucca, bad vibes, sadness, angriness. And as I'm picking, just breathe. And let me give you guys some of mine, my good vibes, my love, my warmth, my hugs. Oh, okay, so let's begin. Sit back, relax, let me know what you guys are doing. You guys know I love to know. Let me know down below. Let's cheese me out a little bit. And let's begin. So we left off, Baltimore is kicking me out, telling me, why do I and this family have to take care of you when your own mother doesn't want anything to do with you? I hit up my friend Skillet. I let her know what's going on. She tells me, you know what? It's fine. You can come stay with me. Don't even trip, potato chip. I got you. I got you. And I was really hurt, you guys. I wanted to go back into that room, get on my knees, and beg. I wanted to beg. I was thinking such nasty thoughts of maybe if I please her, maybe if I do what she wants me to do, maybe if I tell her, let's take a trip again, or even if I bring up the trip, I was thinking, what if it just clicks in her head and she has me where she wants me? I was thinking all this negative, toxic, gross things because I was so desperate because I didn't want to be out in the street. I just wanted to belong, even if it was in a toxic place. I know a lot of fam bam say like, oh my gosh, Alexis, I would have went into the system. I don't know how you could have put up with this. And I feel like it's one of those things that if you haven't experienced it, or if you haven't felt what I have felt or what someone has felt, it's really, really hard to put yourself in their shoes. And I'm glad you don't understand the sense of desperation that I had and was what I was willing to do and sacrifice, because I didn't want to lose yet another family. I didn't want to feel like, oh my God, I can't even stay with my mom because of this. I can't even stay with the Peaches because of this. I didn't want to feel like it was me. I didn't want to see that it was them, they were toxic, and it wasn't my fault. I didn't want to see it that way. I didn't want to see it that way. I didn't want to have to get used to a whole new routine, a whole new thing, and what if something went wrong, and like the horror stories that we hear, it was just a constant battle in my head, constantly. And it was just, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to go down that road. I had a feeling I wouldn't be okay going down that road. I feel like I could thug it out and stay on this fucked up road, because in my head, I felt like I was street smart and I could do it. I could do it, which is so dumb, but that's what I told myself all the time, that they thought that they were playing me, but in reality, I was playing them. That's how I would think. Too much freaking novelas, too much freaking TV, but that's how I really thought. I thought, I'm gonna get them. Even though I wanted to, go back inside the room and beg. And there's been times where I have begged, y'all. And I hated begging, because like as I was begging, not in this instance, I'm talking about like another incident. In my head, I was yelling at myself like, stop, F them, like stop, like you don't mean anything that you're saying right now, stop, like stop, why are you doing this, why are you doing this? And I just had to like force myself to just be okay with it. So I don't work up the courage to go back in and beg. I can just hear her and Sam fighting in the distance, and I'm just walking and I feel like everything just goes quiet. Have you ever experienced being out and about with a friend or even with yourself and everything just goes quiet? Completely quiet, where you can hear your heartbeat in your ears. Just and you feel like even your ears feel like they're underwater and like they're covered and muffled, but you can still hear the like pounding of your heartbeat, and like your tongue swells up and you can't even swallow, and you just feel like, oh, what is going on? And you're trying not to freak out. It's good, it's good, stop, it's good, it's good. And you're just walking down the stairs. It's good, it's good. Just telling yourself, it's good, it's good. There's people who have it worse. Boo-hoo, you're good. And as I reach for the door, I am really hoping that Sam is just gonna come downstairs and be like, she's stupid, come back upstairs. I wanted to be chased so badly. So badly. Even though I wasn't in the wrong or I didn't do anything, I'd be okay with taking the blame, because I was so scared of going out there, because I was so scared of being touched. You know how weird it is to know that something nasty like that might or is going to happen to you, but you don't know how to prevent it, and you're constantly feel like you're playing chess and you're making sure that you don't make this move, that move, that move, because it can lead to you being SA'd, or it can lead to this, and you don't want to go through those feelings again. It feels so horrible. Once that is robbed from you, you are constantly on defense mode, and you're just waiting for it to happen again. And you are telling yourself it's not going to happen again because you're going to be on your A game. Even though it wasn't your fault from the get. You shouldn't have to be on your A game. You shouldn't have to walk around in fear of a pervert or anything like that. But it's sad because you do train your mind to already prepare itself, and well, I don't know, I can't speak for you guys, but for myself I can speak. I've went over so many scenarios of, okay, if this would happen, that would happen, do this, don't fight. This happens, do this. This happens, that happens, do this. You're literally making yourself go crazy because you're fighting in your head. And if you have this conversation with anybody else who hasn't experienced this, they literally think that you are just some freaking weirdo, because why would that happen? And how do you explain to them, like, how was it okay that it happened even the first time, the second time? Like, explain to me that. I don't get it. Why are you looking at me crazy like if I'm saying something stupid? Like, I'm trying to prevent things that I don't want to happen because of this nasty, nasty feeling that you get. I'm reaching for the door, and before I can even walk up to the door completely to turn the knob, it opens up and I get so freaking scared. It's Mr. Peach. He immediately yells at me, "Where are you going? What do you think you're doing? Oh my God, I can't leave for 1 second. Go sit down." Because I have my backpack, you know, Dora the Explorer over here. I'm gonna go explore the streets. And I'm like, what? She. And I keep like stuttering. What? Oh my God, just shut up. And he can hear Sam and Baltimore fighting. And he tells me just to sit down. And I tell him, because I am so startled and I can't get the words out. I keep trying to swallow and there is a lump in my throat. My tongue is swollen, and I cannot swallow. It's like, damn it, Jade, just freaking swallow it, babe. But you can't even make the spit to do it. It's literally like you have cotton mouth and you are just suffocating, just there, and you're just stuck on repeat. It's like your body's just like malfunctioning or something. So he yells at me again to go sit down. Like, what is wrong with you? ¿Qué traes? And I'm just like literally like that, and I can't. And in my head I'm screaming, talk, oh my God, talk. And I can't get it out. I don't know what the heck came over me. I don't know what was going on. I don't know why I was so like, I can't. I don't even move to the couch like he keeps telling me to. I can't even move. I'm just like, I don't know. Something happened. I just froze up, and I could hear him still walking up the stairs, and I was still tripping up on the words. I was just like, oh my God. I could not. It was just like I was stuck on repeat, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't snap out of it. It was just, it was horrible. I hate that even till this day, I get like that in certain incidents, and it's just so crazy because it's just like, in here, it's functioning, but here, it's not. And it freaks me out because I'm like, God forbid, please, Dios, that something is wrong with me and I'm like in pain and I can't tell the people around me, like, I'm hurting, but in here I'm screaming, but here nothing's coming out. You know how scary that is? Ugh. My phone starts going off and I'm still like stuck. As soon as I see Skillet's name, I calmly just, takes me a minute, I answer, and she just keeps screaming, hello, 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 you better not have done anything to her, hello. And I just start crying. She starts freaking out. What's going on? And I just told her, like, I don't know. I'm just like crying. I don't know what's going on. And it was just like a wave of emotions were just hitting me. I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know. I just wanted someone to hug me and tell me that everything was going to be okay. Fuck these people, Jade. You're going to be all right. Like, you're going to be all right. I honestly felt like time was going so slow, and I just wanted to fast forward to the good part. The good part. I want to fast forward to where Lex doesn't have to depend on anybody and is good and doesn't have to beg anybody to love her, anything like that. Just fast forward. You don't know how many conversations I've had with God that I just want to hurry up, get over the pain. If something has to happen and I have to go through all this, like, oh, hurry up and put me through it, please, so I can just, please. I hated thinking like that at that age because I was such a baby. I finally break out of it and I tell her, like, no, I'm good. I'm like, good. I'm good. Just meet me up at the street. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, just meet me up the street. And I could hear them, all three of them yelling, Sam, Mr. Peach, Baltimore. And I just know I had to go because I didn't want to hear what Mr. Peach was going to say. I didn't want anything to go on. I didn't want anything to happen. I didn't want to feel weird in the situation. I just knew that I had to go. Maybe I should stay, maybe I shouldn't stay. I was literally fighting with myself back and forth. Should you stay? Mr. Peach told you to sit on the couch, so of course he doesn't want you to leave. Should you go? Because Baltimore. I don't know. Like, Alexis, like, what is it should you do? Should you just go on the run and just say fuck it and just travel the world with no money and be one of those people that say, I was living on the street since I was this much age, and try to literally a mile a minute of all these things running through my brain. And it was crazy because I was really trying to make sense of it. I was really thinking, like, yep, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. And I was debating on just telling Skillet, never mind. No, never mind. Never mind. Until I heard Baltimore scream, she better have left. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You think I want to see her face and you think I don't enjoy the quiet of the house, but no, I have to look at her and she's not my responsibility. I didn't sign up for this. And just going in on me, just being so nasty. And he kept telling her to shut up, that I was downstairs. I don't care. Llevatela. Like, take her. Like, she was so upset with me. And it wasn't even my fault that she was like getting down like it wasn't my fault. So I just felt so freaking hurt just listening and saying that I was just such a bad influence on Sam. That, yeah, está cabrona. That, yeah, she's a little but that she wasn't as bad until I came in the picture. And he's telling her, that's not true. That's not true. I felt so gross that he was literally fighting for me to stay. And she was like, nope, take her. I don't want her. I don't want her. And it made me feel so confused. Because it made me feel like, damn, what did I do wrong for you to hate me this much? But I know you're a little cochina. And it's like, so I'm just, you can just be like, be gone with me. I don't know how to explain it. It made me feel like, okay, what happened? It was nothing. And I know that's a sick way to think about it, but I was really thinking, like, so I'm nothing. Like, so I'm nothing? Like, who else do you do this with then? I'm nothing? Like, it was so confusing. I was so hurt. She was saying the nastiest things about me, and it made me feel so horrible having to listen to it because she did not care. Like, she did not care. He kept telling her, she can hear you. She can hear you. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. She was just screaming and she was just saying the most nastiest things ever. And I was just like just speechless because I was just like, damn, like, I know you get upset sometimes, but like, that's how you really feel. Like, that's how you really feel, you disgusting ass. And I was like trying to tell myself like, she don't mean it. She's just mad. She don't mean it. It was gross how I was really trying to justify her being such a piece of shit person because I really thought I was special. Like, I really thought that it's not like I had feelings for her. It was more of, you did something so disgusting to me that I would think that there would be some type of like, not love, not like, but a part, just a something where you wouldn't be so nasty because you violated me. My brain was thinking, since you did this horrible thing to me, I thought that you were different. And this is something that I'm still trying to discuss with my therapist and stuff. I don't really like talking about it as much. I think right now is like the most I've talked about it on here. I don't know how to open that Pandora box of feelings that I have. I don't know how to find the right words. I don't know how, because I don't want you guys to think that like I liked her like that, because I didn't. I honestly felt like she should have showed me some sort of loyalty, respect, because what she took from me, you know? And I don't know why I thought because she was a female, it was going to be different because of what my stepfather did to me and how he was disgusting in my mind, in my kid mind, since I was raised around women who would be like, fuck men, anything that they have to say nice, they gift you, it's all because they have a secret agenda. Nothing is given to you just because they like you or they think they're cute or they love you. There's always a but. The shoe is always going to fall. And it wasn't just one person that would tell me. It's my mom, my grandma, my cousins, my tias. They all had this mentality. Even when I would get something sweet from like the ex and we were good, on good terms, no fighting, no nothing, what do? It's because he did something and you just don't know it yet. Wait until you find out what it is, and then you're gonna feel stupid being all happy with the gift. You're dumb. You're dumb. That's the only reason why he gifted you something. That's the only reason. And like just things like that, you know? Or he's a man. What did you expect? I honestly thought for a split second when I told my mom like what was going on with my stepdad, I honestly thought he was going to take full responsibility of everything that he did. Full responsibility of everything he did. I find out that his then now wife is saying like, oh no, she lied. It wasn't even like all like that. Were you there? Were you there? Were you there? Were you there? You go to church, you sit there, you pray, all of this. And how dare you think I would lie about something so disgusting? How dare you sit there and try and tell my story like if you were there? And oh, it didn't happen like that. Don't try to justify the sick son of a bitch's actions just because you're sleeping with him so it makes you feel better. I was disappointed. But it was oh, he's a man. That's why. He's a man. He's a coward. He's a coward. He's a coward. But when Baltimore did it, it kind of took me by surprise. And I hate that I was so shocked by it. I really do. I really hate how I was so shocked by it. I wish I could go back in time and run such a muck that they would be begging me to stop. I hate how I didn't do them dirty at all. Even though I had so many opportunities to steal from my stepdad, have such horrible things happen to him. I hated that I, in a way, feels like protected him. And how I didn't steal for him when all the money was right there. I could have just taken it. I could have just left and been like, but I hate how it would sit on my chest so heavy. I hated how I would go into Voldemort's room and see so many beautiful things that I could have pawned, that I could have just gave away, that I could have just kept for myself. I hated how there would be times where she would tell me to get something out of her purse and I would see hundreds and I would just think like, oh, I wish I could just take it and I could just like run away. I wish I could just take it and just quit right now. I wish I could just take it and be like, this is what you owe me, bitch. I wish I could be like, and just leave and be okay with that. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I was an angel, this and that. But when it came to like that, I hated how, I don't know who it is, guardian angel or what, would be in my head, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I hated how much I cared. I wish I could go back in time and do things so differently, because I get so mad reliving, reading, and then you think some of these people like have changed. No, some of them are just bitter and are like, well, at least I did what I thought what was right. I did what I could. I did what no one did for me. No one did for me. And they have that mentality of like, oh, because I had a upbringing and no one was nice to me, why should someone be nice to you? That's disgusting. I can hear her still talking about me. About she doesn't want me there. Gillet is telling me we're here where I was supposed to walk up to. And I told her I'll be there. Got off the phone, left the door wide open, and I ran. I ran like if I was being chased, and ain't nobody chasing me, babe. Nothing. But I think I was running from myself. I think so. I'm running, I see Skillet, and I see someone in the car that I don't recognize. I just put two and two together. It's her boo. He's older. She would date older perverts. That's what it was, perverts. So I get in the back seat. She gets in the back seat with me. She just hugs me. She tells me everything's gonna be okay and that what happened. And I'm just explaining to her everything that's going on. And she is just apologizing on their behalf. And it's okay. It's not you. It's them. They're weird. And just trying to make me feel better. Her boyfriend, it sounds gross saying boyfriend, but that's what he was to her, is asking her, so like, where are we gonna go? Where do you guys want to go? Are you hungry? It really grossed me out that this like 30-year-old was over here asking me, oh, you know, you want something to eat? You look hungry. Like, are you good? Acting like he is like around our age. We are babies, 13, 14. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, no, I'm good. Because I'm just grossed out. I don't care how cool of a cholo he looked, or how badass and tatted he looked, or how cute he looked, or how fine he looked. It was just, even though it was like, oh, you fine, it was still like, ugh, because my brain was thinking he has big boy parts. Ouch. He could overpower and kill us both. Ouch. That's how my brain was thinking. So I always had like an attitude, and I would always get scared when I wouldn't check my attitude, because some people don't tolerate it. They're not like, oh, okay, I get it. You know, I get it. Okay. Not everyone's like that. You know what I mean? Some people are like, who the fuck do you think that you are to give me that type of attitude? And will be stupid with you. So I hated that I went to one situation to another, and I'm just like, oh my God. But it was, oh well, because this is what you wanted, Jade. This is what you wanted, and now this is where you rolled the dice and this is what came out, so chingate. He stops by a gas station. He goes in. She tells him, get me some of the menthols and of this. She asks me what I want, and I'm like, yeah, I want some like menthols too. So he gets us the cigarettes and he gets us some drinks, and we are just in the back seat just cruising, literally just cruising late at night. My phone died. I didn't even notice it until I went to go check to see like if they were like, come back, you can blame it all on me. My phone died, and I was like, oh my god. So I tell her, are we gonna go somewhere? Like, I need to charge my phone. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna go to his house. And I just tried to put on the best, like, okay, yeah, but she could tell. She could tell that I was getting scared. And she just grabs me by my thigh and tells me, like, it's gonna be okay, like, chill, just relax. He's cool. You don't have to do anything. And I'm like, okay. Because when we would, like, hang out, people would be like, oh, you guys are, like, so cute together. You guys should kiss. And, like, things like that. Like, because, like, we were very, like, touchy with each other and very, like, that sort of thing. And that's how I was with Biscuit too. With Biscuit, if we were at a party and I felt super duper uncomfortable because there was older men at the party, I would literally tell these perverts, she's my girlfriend. And I would literally have her sit on my lap to like protect me because I didn't want them to get near me. Like she would literally be like, and like play along with it, even though her boyfriend was like sitting right next to us. I didn't give a fuck. We sharing her bitch. Like I don't give a like, you think that you are like forever? No, you're not. You're just for now. Like, it was constant. Like, how I would be like, that's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. Just because I thought, like, okay, maybe they would catch the hint. Some wouldn't. Some wouldn't. Someone would be like, oh, I like that. Can I watch? And I'd be like, and they just, it really blows my mind how a lot of these cochinos thought that was okay. Like, you are disgusting. Disgusting. And if I have younger babies watching me who are 15, 14, 13, even 16, and you're kicking it with someone who's way older than you, it's not because they think you're cool, babe. It's because they know they can manipulate you and play on your emotions. Because a woman their age sees their stupid little games that they're playing and it doesn't work on them. So that's why these sick ass grown men go and prey on children. Children. You might think you're grown. You might think like, oh, I know it all. Don't know nothing. Nothing. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was like the smartest one in the freaking room. No, no. And when something is done to you, there's no rewind button. There is no rewind. So please don't put yourself in those situations. Please learn from me. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it at all. At all. So we're going to this creep's house, right? And I already know that it is just going to be like, ugh. Like, I'm just, but I want to charge my phone. And I keep thinking like, okay, charge my phone, and if they message or anything like that, I can just be like, I stepped out for a little bit. I can come back if you want me to come back. I knew I had to leave because how hot everything was and how they were upset. And in a weird way too, I was like, hopefully I can teach them a lesson of, you don't say that to me, okay? Like, I was really thinking so many things, and it was just toxic. We get to this house. Literally, his room is in the back room, and it is a freaking, just like a thin ass like gel cell mat on the fucking floor. Okay, like it's already flattened out. Like at that point, that's just a cobija. Okay, like it is super thin. He has 2 pillows. They are dirty AF. Dirty AF. And they smell like ball sack. I didn't even have to put my face in it to smell. It smelled like ball sack and booty hole. And we are just sitting there. And I'm like trying to plug in my charger to like charge my phone. And he's really thinking like he's funny. He's putting on like Family Guy for us to watch. And he's like literally cracking up. She's loving it. Okay, she's loving it. Skillet's loving it. And she's telling me like to not judge her because I'm literally looking at her like this, like, because he is so disgusting, like so fucking gross. I still remember his fucking face. He is fucking disgusting. Disgusting. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. Okay, just imagine, okay, if you, when you ever touch your toes and you get some of like that nasty stuff underneath your patas, your toenails, and you're like cleaning your patas, or if you ever get like earring back and you kind of like just imagine that, okay? Imagine that as a person, okay? Just imagine that, and then just trying to laugh at you. Like, don't laugh at me. Don't even laugh with me. Like, how are you not gagging? It was gross. So literally he's in like his longest like Jordan shorts, has a white beater on, and he just thinks that he is just all that in a bag of chips, and it's like, no, we're all that in a hangout. Like, disgusting, gross. Go over there in the corner. Disgusting. So we're just sitting there watching the freaking show. He's laughing. He thinks it's the funniest thing, and I can't help but think like, why are you laughing? Like, it's not even funny. And I kept trying to laugh just so that it didn't look like I was the only one who wasn't laughing, because Skillet was laughing here and there, but it wasn't funny, y'all. I was just like, he asked if we wanted anything to drink, and I told him, do you have a water bottle? Because I didn't want him to give me a glass of water and put anything in it. I want to be able to hear the tss when I open it. And he says, yeah. He comes back with the water bottle and a homeboy. And I did not order that. No. So I grab the water. I'm like, oh, thanks. I get even closer to Skillet. Okay. The Cholo friend sees, and he's like, oh, okay. Like, the nerve to get upset and offended, bitch. So I get really close to her. Skillet is laughing. She's like, oh, she's shy. And I'm just like scrunched up next to her with the freaking ball sack pillows behind me. And she's just like rubbing my legs and stuff, like, oh, she's just like, she gets nervous, you know, she has anxiety. And he's like, all right, well, what y'all doing in here? And I'm literally like this. Like, I wasn't impressed. Like, I wasn't. And Skillet had to give me like a little talking of like, hey, don't be rude like that. Like he's cute. Like, no, he is not. Like, I do not think older men are cute. Like, that's disgusting. Like, no. Like, girl, I know. We both have daddy issues. Both. But it's not me, and I want to go dad. Okay? I don't. And she just told me quit, stop, to not make the homie feel uncomfortable. And I'm just like, okay, like, do I have to talk to him? And she's like, no, just like, don't make that face, because I'm like this. Like, anything he's talking, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Like, I'm just like, I can't, y'all. Like, I can't. Like, it was just so, why are you talking to me? Why are you? For what? So, Skillet's boo, earring back, is like, sit down, homie. Let's chill. Bitch, how are you gonna say sit down? You ain't got no chairs. And so I kind of laugh with her, and I'm like, bitch, where? And me and her are like, we'll call him Ego. Okay? Ego turns around. You're funny, huh? Okay, and I just keep dogging him. Like, why are you talking to me? Okay? Why are you talking to me? Why? And I am just like, just staring at him like, because it's just weird to me. Like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me at all. Please don't talk to me. It just ends up being like a little ha he ha. So he makes his way sitting a little bit closer to me and Skillet on this cobija mattress. He goes, yo, y'all, what, did one of y'all fart? The nerve, bitch, the nerve. And so I grabbed the pillow and I said, no, it's these stinky ass pillows. Like that, okay? It smacks his face and goes, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, Earring back is laughing like, oh. He thinks it's so funny, him behind. And I just look at Skillet and I'm just like, She's laughing. She thinks it's the funniest thing. And as I'm just like looking at everything going around, I'm just like, do I really have it that bad with the peaches? Like, do I really? Like, this just smells like yeast infection in here. Like, it is disgusting. Like, and I'm just like looking at everybody. He's like, oh, I gotta go face. That wasn't cool, y'all. That wasn't cool, y'all. You see my face? That's not funny, Holmes. And I'm just like, okay. He goes and washes his face. Earring back is like, yo, can you go apologize to the homie? Like, you need to go do that, Holmes. Like, that's not cool. And then Skillet's like, yeah, fool, go apologize. And I'm like, no, fool, I don't want to, because that's how I would talk back then, okay? I'm like, no, fool, I'm not going to. She's like, yeah, fool, you really should. So I'm like, I don't want to. She's telling me, like, you need to. Like, it's his house. Go do it. So I get up and I'm like, where do I go? I swear, even like him sitting on his ass and like moving around, you could just like smell the freaking sewer ass from the blowhole. And I was just like, my nose, it hiked up. I could feel it. I feel it. And he just laughs with Skillet because I think he like feels insecure, and I feel really bad about that too. And he's like, yo, look at, she's funny. I knew I should have taken a shower before I went and picked y'all up. And Skillet just looks at him and I'm like, bit, what? Okay. And so he's like, it's down the hall over there. And so I tell her, I'm like, are you gonna go with me? And she's like, for what? I'm like, are you gonna go with me? Because why am I gonna be roaming around the house by myself, solita, estúpida? Are you dumb? So she's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll go. So she gets up and I go out there to the hall and I see him. He's like scrubbing his face, freaking grabbing the freaking bar, everything. Because like he had nut on his face, you know. He was feeling kind of embarrassed. And I go over there and I knock. And it took a lot. It took a lot for me to apologize. You know how much that hurts? It hurt a lot, okay? Like, I'm not even joking. It hurt a lot. Especially because I was disgusted. And, like, you think you guys are gross. You guys are gross. So I knock on the door. Just so he doesn't get startled and let out, like, a little pedo or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to embarrass him even more. Because he already got teabagged. He looks up at us. And I'm like, hey, I just want to say, like, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to hit you in your face. And I didn't know you were going to get nut on your face. He doesn't think that's funny. Skillet starts to laugh, like super hard, obnoxious. I start to laugh because it just sounded funny. And he is just scrubbing his face. That's not funny, yo. Like, I don't play those games. Like, you know who the I am? You know who the I am? And he had a name. I'm not going to say it, okay? But it was like something stupid. And so I said it. I said his name. And he looks up at me. And then he goes, you think this is a game? Huh? You think this is a game? And I tell him no. I don't like playing games. And that's when like everything got quiet. And then Skillet has to get in between of us, all dramatic. And he like tells her, check your homie, huh? Check her before I do. And I said, what? Check who? I don't know who. I tell you, Jada comes out sometimes, and Jada needs to get put back because Jada has gotten in a lot of fights because of her mouth, okay? And I said, check. Who are you going to check? You're going to check me? Check me right now. Check me right now. And he has the nerve to laugh as he's washing the nut off his face. And he's like, no, I see you. And I said, I see you. All right, cool. And slams the door in my face. It was literally like this. So I look back at her and I was like, this is what you like hanging out with? She was livid. Livid. She grabs me by my arm. She's like, let's go outside and we're going to have a fucking cigarette right now. And I'm like, okay. So we go outside and she tells me the nerve for me to be acting like that when she did me a solid by picking me up, that she didn't have to because she was, you know, going to spend time with him and I'm interfering on their time. And that I need to respect and I need to show respect. What the is up with you, Holmes? And I'm like, because we would talk like that. I say fool, homie, all that stuff like that. But it would come out a little bit more, especially when we get mad. And now when I look back, oh my God, what? Stop it right now. So she is checking me. And I say that with all love and respect because I hate to say mean things, but I was being respectful. But she had me up. She really did. Because no, yeah, she did me a solid and everything, but I wasn't gonna bitch down to pedophiles. All right, like no, some pedos, no, not cool. Don't like it. Nah. This isn't cool. We're getting loud with each other, and when we would get loud with each other, we would kind of like push each other when we talk. That's stupid. Don't do that. Because there was times where she was in a mood and I would push her, and we would like kind of go at it, vice versa. So we're kind of like pushing each other as we're talking and stuff, and she's like, check yourself. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck. And like pushing her, and we just look stupid with our like cigarettes, and I'm like, don't talk to me like that, eh? And we just look stupid, very stupid. Okay, hearing back comes out, and he's like, yo, it's not that serious. Ego's gonna be fine. Like, it's not like, don't ever let anybody become between y'all. Like, y'all are homies for life. And I'm just like in my head, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. And so she just looks at me, I look at her, and we're just like, okay. Go back inside, and there's sheets now over the pillowcases. Like, if that's gonna mask anything, it's like spraying a freaking turd. You can still smell the ball sack, okay? So we're just sitting on the cobija. Ego comes back in, and he has like some snacks. Comes back in, and me and him lock eyes, and he's like, you're gonna warm up to me, watch. Like, I'm a cool guy. And I'm literally just like this. And he laughs. I like her, fool. She's funny. So now I'm a joke to you? Like, ain't nobody trying to be funny. And I already got a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend. Like that. And I'm just like cringing on the inside. Like, so hard. Cringing. And you know what's even more embarrassing? He goes, who? Because I know everybody. Squidward, tell me why him and Earring Back look at each other and bust out laughing. That was embarrassing. He says, you mean the little bitch boy? And says another nickname. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. We probably are not talking about. No, we're talking about the same one. And he starts laughing. And then he thinks he's complimenting me by saying, you're too pretty for him. You're gonna warm up to me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then he goes, are you sure you're his girlfriend? Because I swear I already met his girlfriend. I look at Skillet, and she can't even look at me. She's like, but Skillet's already been telling me the stupid stuff he's been doing. But still, I want her to look at me and be like something. Because I felt dumb, you know? So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him type of shit, you know? They're laughing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, making fun of him. Freaking roach bangs. Todo. And I'm just trying to like hold it together and not cry, because they were going in on him. His ears were burning, I bet. Burning. So as I'm trying to ignore them, I go on my phone, and Mr. Peach is blowing up my phone. Like, boom, 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 boom. Where are you at? You're not in trouble. I'll pick you up. Where are you at? Where are you at? Just like blowing up my phone. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should go back, because this is like a no-go. This is a no-go. Like, for real, like, Ego and Earring Back are up to no good. They're cochinos. Like, this is no. And they're making fun of Squidward. Bitch, this is not the spot. Not the spot. So, as they're still talking, we're kind of conversing, all of us, and stuff like that. And I'm getting roasted. Like, roasted. I was embarrassed. I was pissed. I was really mad. Like, I really thought it was something saying his name, like, little cuete type of shit. And they're like, who, bitch? Who? Like, it was embarrassing. Okay? Embarrassing. Especially with, like, the roach bangs comments. Like, bitch, I know. And he was like, and with your type of attitude, you probably pull on the bitch's bangs all the time, huh? Little, Like, he was making me laugh on the inside. And I was just like, like that. Like, no, no. Me and Skillet still talking, and she's asking me like, what are you trying to do, what are you trying to do? And I was like, I don't know, like, what are you trying to do? I hate when people ask me that because it feels like they're trying to get rid of me, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know, what are you trying to do, like, what are you gonna do? And she's like, I don't know, I'm just trying to chill. Ego goes, they can chill and you can chill out there with me, you know, for you to warm up to me. And I'm like, no, I'm good, I don't wanna, no, I don't want to. Earring back is like, what y'all trying to do? Y'all want to go cruising? What y'all trying to do? I don't know what was wrong with Skillet. I really don't. But this dumb ass bitch. Yes, you are a dumb bitch sometimes. We should go stargazing. I just look at her and I'm just like, you want me to get hard right now, bitch. You really, really do. Because pinche Ego kept grabbing like his cosa and stuff. Like every time why? Why? That's why the room smells like ballsack and butthole. Why? Good idea. Let's go. We should go. They grab a blanket. They grab the freaking ball pillows. And we go up into the mountains. The mountains here in Utah are gorgeous. Gorgeous. When we get in the car, I grab Skillet and I'm like, she's sitting in back with me. She's like, no, I'm not. And I am like looking at her. I'm like, yes, you are. Ego is like, no, you'll be good. You'll be good. Chill. I'm like, I don't want to sit in the back with you. I don't. And Skillet tells me, Alexis, stop acting up. But I'm like, I'm not going to sit in the back with him. Literally fighting with her. Earring back is like, it's fine, yo. Sit in the back with your homegirl. Like, how does the freaking pedo have more sense than you right now? So me and her both sit in the back. She's all pissed off like this, folding her arms. And I'm just sitting there and I am just like, just go home. Just text Mr. Peach. Okay, I want to go home. Just text Mr. Peach. But I couldn't work up the courage. I really just want to just... Because I hated the situations I was in. But it's like, but you put yourself in there, bitch. You put yourself in there time and time. So we go stargazing. They're doing their stuff. They're just here you go, have some. I'm like, no, I'm good. Skillet's like, she doesn't do that stuff. How do I know you're not like a fed or undercover? I said, boy, like, I had a mouth on me. They're just thinking it's so funny because they're on cloud 9, but I was being hella disrespectful, like so disrespectful. They were calling me by Shy Girl. That's what I was called a lot back in the day. Shy Girl. And they kept, that's where she got her name from. Yo, that's funny. She's such a bitch though. And they're just like smoking, having their fun, listening to the songs. And like, it was a vibe for them. Okay. But me, paranoid me, I was making sure to like breathe by the window so I wouldn't get like contact high or something because I thought that was a thing. I did not want to. I did not want to. Ego goes, no, like you have to do it or we're not gonna go back home. You have to do it. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Earring back is like, no, Holmes, don't do that. That's not cool. We don't peer pressure over here. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like in my head. Skillet is like, she doesn't like doing it. She doesn't like doing it. Like, no, like for real. Like she doesn't like doing it. Because y'all, all y'all know I don't like doing it. I didn't ask y'all. Do it. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't like doing that. I don't like the way it feels. Like, I already freak out a lot. This will calm you down. Do it. Do it. I'm like, no. Like, I'm good. I'm good. So he goes, grabs me by my chin, super duper hard, to the point where, like, it hurts so bad. Pulls me close. I'm fighting him. And I'm like trying to pull back, but he has me, and it's like a sense of like fear locks you in, and I'm just frozen as he's just like grabbing onto my cheeks so he can make this motion like that, so that my mouth is open. Pulls me close and blows all the smoke in my mouth. As soon as he does that and he lets go, he starts laughing. I just like exhale that. That burned my throat. Mostly because of his freaking breath. That's why. And I am freaking out. I didn't get high or nothing, but I am freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, 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 I'm high right now, oh my god, oh my god, like what's real? Is this real? Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Can they even hear my thoughts right now? I'm freaking out, okay? Freaking out. He thinks it's hilarious. Now that's gonna chill her out. That's gonna chill her out. And she's still gonna be a bitch and then nothing will fix her. Just being like so obnoxious. And I'm just looking at Skillet. She is laughing. She thinks it's the funniest thing ever. And I am just like, did that just really happen right now? Like, did that really just happen right now? And I'm literally just stuck trying to replay what just happened right now because I am in such denial that like that just happened right now. Like he literally just got my face and he literally did that. Like really? Like I'm literally talking to me, myself, and I because me, myself, and I are in denial that he just did that. And so he is like laughing. He's like, okay, let's go home now. Let's go. Woo! Just screaming like he thinks it's so freaking hilarious that he just did that. We go back to their place and Skillet is just like super like all over, earring back all over him, and they're just like haha, like having a little moment. I'm in the corner and I am just like texting away, trying to go into like la la land, and Ego is trying to talk to me. Have you guys ever disassociated so bad that you had to keep going huh? And they talk and it still doesn't register in your brain? Has that ever happened to you? It was so frustrating. I wasn't trying to do it on purpose, but my brain was like, it felt like it was protecting itself, y'all. Like I hate when it does this. It'd be like, example, hey, how's your day? I'm asking you, okay? That's me saying huh to him, right? Good, it was great. And it goes mute. Okay, so I'm gonna show you example how it was when we were talking. Hey, how was your day? Oh, it was going. Huh? Yeah, it was going. Huh? Yeah, we did. Huh? And yeah. Huh? You're not even listening to me, huh? What is wrong with her? It was really bad. I could not snap out of it. Of just pay attention, like for the life of me. I was trying to focus so hard on what he was saying because I was freaking out that my brain was thinking about other things like, okay, you gotta write Mr. Peach back, you gotta do this, right, mom? It was like, why are you here? It was like, it was trying so freaking hard to like focus, like to focus on it so badly, but it was just not doing it like at all. It was just, huh? It was horrible, y'all. It was just horrible. Like I didn't know like what to do. It wasn't nothing. Huh? Like that. It was bad. He got so annoyed. He got up and slammed the door. Earring back and Skillet both looked at me and they both started laughing, and I was relieved because I really thought I was gonna get yelled at. Like, and they were gonna be like, what the fuck? You made him feel bad. I really was waiting for that, for like them to be upset with me, but they weren't. And so I literally just like looked at the TV, turned it up high, and I didn't even go like that because I already knew what was going on. Even like they're trying to play it off, like no noise, and it went from kissing to like bumping and grinding, and I was just like super focused on the show. And it made me so mad that like when Ego was talking, how I could mute him talking, but I couldn't mute the sound behind me and just focus on the TV. I was just like so upset, and I just could not just like zone out. I was just like, I just couldn't. So I call Mr. Peach. I get up and I go by the door and I close it a little bit, and I kind of like glance a little bit just to see if I was right, what was going on, and I was right. So I just close the door behind me and I am talking to Mr. Peach. He's asking me like, where are you? Is everything okay? Why did you leave? I told you that she can't kick you out. And I told him like I heard everything that she was saying, and I just start crying because I just feel like so unwanted. And I keep telling him like I just feel like no one wants me and I don't want to put any stress on her. She says she doesn't want me there, and they're talking about other personal things which I'm not going to mention. And he was saying that like she had no right to like bring up those things and like blame me for those things. Like that was not okay, and that if he could come get me or if I could get dropped off, or if he wants me to, if I want him to pick me up tomorrow, to let him know that he doesn't feel good. He has a really bad gut feeling. I hated that he told me that. I really hated that he told me that he had a really bad gut feeling, because now that was in my head and I was like, paranoid, 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 paranoid. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Mr. Peach feels it. Something's gonna happen. Happen. He just said those magic words and he was just like freaking out. So I told him I'm gonna try and get my friend's address and I'll call you back. And he said, okay, just keep me updated, Alexis. And I was like, okay, where am I gonna sleep? And he tells me like he'll figure it out. I'm like, okay, great. I go back in and they are still going to A-Town. They are just doing their thing. I sit right back down and I just like watch the TV and I'm just trying to zone in on the freaking show so freaking bad, and I am just trying not to hear anything, to the point I even go like this so I don't hear anything, because it is just really disgusting what's going on, and the smell was horrendous. It was disgusting and I felt really gross. Because there's times where things have happened in the past, noises like that make me feel very, very uncomfortable. It's weird. It makes me want to cry and I don't know how to explain it, why it happens. So what feels like forever, literally forever, that wasn't the first time that I have been in the room when Skillet gets down and busy, and it takes a while. Okay, yeah. So they finish up, he gets up, he goes to the restroom. As he is getting up to go to the restroom, he lets out the largest pedo in the world, and I am just so disgusted, like so disgusted. I don't even fart in front of my husband. My husband doesn't even fart in front of me. Like, it was so weird, because like in that moment I was like, I hope my husband never farts in front of me. And it's so crazy. 13 years with my husband, we don't do that unless it's like on accident, like oopsie poopsie. It's just one of our things. We're just like, don't want to hear it, don't want to smell it, you know? So as he lets out that large pedo, I look at her and I'm like, you're it smells so gross. I gag. Like, how can your pedo smell that bad? That bad. He starts laughing because of all the jumping up and down, that he like, you know, push thing. I don't want to hear, because that's just so gross. And it's so gross because he is a grown man. I asked Skillet if it was okay if I shared this part. She said yes, so that it's fine. Skillet is one of the friends that I have mentioned that even me telling her now that was not okay, she thinks that it was okay, because she thought at that time, she still thinks at that time, she knew better. Like, I knew what I was doing, and I wholeheartedly, no, that was not okay. He took advantage. And it just sucks, because we really thought we were grown, and we really thought like it was okay, because we knew better. We didn't. It doesn't matter how many grown things we were doing. No, it was not okay. I asked her like, hey, I think I'm gonna go. I need to get picked up. Like, what are your plans? And she tells me that she's gonna go back home and stuff like that. Like, she thought like I was gonna go with her, and I was like, well, like, I don't even know. Like, yeah, like, I want to go home with you. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, that, I don't want her to think like I'm just using her and like, bye, you know, that kind of thing either. Like, I thought we were gonna have to sleep here. Like, I don't want to sleep with Earring back and Ego. She's like, no. Like, he's gonna take me back home like later and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, like what's later? And she's like, a little bit later. And she's like, come on, you said you were gonna like go with me. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I just didn't know like what the plans were. And she's like, yeah, we can watch movies and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was cool to tell Mr. Peach like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, because I wanted that sense of the teenage normalcy. Even though all this nasty was going on, I loved to be able just to have a normal teen sleepover day. You want to watch Hot Chick? Let's do it. I love that. That's okay. So like now, like I'm excited. I'm in a better mood. I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna go back and okay, cool. Like I'm super excited. She said to just give it a little bit. Like she doesn't want to just sound like, okay, take me home now. And I'm like, no, like yeah, like I get that. I text Mr. Peach and I tell him like if he can just pick me up tomorrow. And he says, are you sure? I totally forgot about the gut feeling. Totally forgot about that. I was just really excited because I was like, oh, we're gonna go back to your place and I can shower in your bathtub. And I loved to take baths. I loved it. Anytime I could take a bath, count me in, bitch. Count me in. So he tells me, are you sure? And I said, yes. And he said, okay, if anything comes up, anything happens, or if you feel uncomfortable, text me, I'll go pick you up. Which was like, I was like, what does Mr. Peach know that I don't know? What is going on? It was just very like, he was being overly nice, like overly nice, where I was like, something's up. Send him the text. Okay, I continue texting, you know, other people on my phone, whatever things going on. Earring back comes back in. He showered. Okay, doesn't smell as bad. He sits right down and he's just like, you know, with the towel on his head. I just couldn't stand him. Or like even the towel, like even though he took a shower, you could smell like the freaking whatever strong Irish whatever that he was on. The towel smelled like a wet dog. Like it was just disgusting. And I was just like, oh, like just, oh, it was just really gross. He's asking her, so like, what you trying to do, babe? And she was like, no, like, let's just like hang out a little bit and then like, you know, like take me home, yeah? And he's like, okay, yeah, like that, I'm cool with that. It felt like forever. I feel like he was really taking his time and he kept saying like, oh, go ahead, make yourself comfortable. If you knock out, we'll wake you up. And I'm like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. And I was getting so pissed off because Skillet was sleeping. She was like dozing off, like, you know, the fake dozing off. And I was just like, nah, bitch, don't do that shit with me. Don't do that shit. I'm about to get fucking livid. Don't do that shit. Cause like, I hate that. Like, I feel like she was trying to like, oh, I fell asleep. Like, Alexis, just like go to sleep. It's fine. I felt like she was trying to do that. And she was. And it really irritated me because she told me this. I was all excited. And I was waiting when I could have just got picked up. When I could have just gotten picked up. But no, she was like, I thought this, I thought that. You know, that kind of thing. So as she's like dozing off, getting comfortable, I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting like super annoyed. And Eagle's back in the room, but he's not even talking. He's just like poof-faced, just watching the TV, just chilled back like that. And I am just like, I feel like my senses are just like even more like, you know? I asked Earring back. I think I'm just gonna have my stepdad come pick. I said stepdad because you're never supposed to tell people your business, so they think I have a dad, okay? I think I'm just gonna tell my stepdad to come pick me up here. What's your address? The whole room went silent. You're funny. And keeps watching the show. And Ego just kind of like just sits up, looks at me. He's like, what you trying to leave for? And I'm like, because I was just gonna kick it with Skillet. I'm like not trying to spend the night. Well, you can walk down to the end of the street. We don't give out our address. And so that told me everything I needed to know. That they know that they're doing wrong. That they know that they're being cochinos nasties. They know. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll just wait. And I just stay quiet. And Skillet is doing her fake, like, oh, so annoying. I pinched that bitch so fucking hard. So hard. I don't care. She got mad at me. And she, like, screamed out loud, like, what the fuck was that for? I was sleeping. Like, trying to, like, you know, whatever. And I was like, are we going? Like, or do you want to walk me to the end of the block? And she's like, what? What are you talking about? So, fill her in. She's like, no, like, we're gonna go. He tells her, like, are you sure? Like, you're really tired? Like, isn't it a little bit late now? And she's like, no, it's fine. It's good. Like, come on. Like, you could take me. We get in the car. She goes to the front seat. And I have to be in back with Ego. I don't know why Ego went. I even asked him, like, why are you coming? And he just, you're funny. So, I'm literally right behind Earring back so that I can see Skillet, Skillet can see me, I put my book pack in the middle of me and Ego, because I'm like, bitch, don't fucking touch me at all. Don't touch me. So we're driving to her house. I'm like, oh, okay, good. I'm remembering like where we're at and stuff as we're driving there, just in case anything happens. I'm like, okay, there's a Wells Fargo here, there's a Harmon's here, this here, it's this street, okay, here, okay, there. Just really, really paying attention of like the surroundings, paying attention so much that I don't notice that Ego got closer and he has his hand wrapped around me now. And I just like look at him and he just like, you know, just smiles, and I'm scared. I'm scared because I feel so uncomfortable where it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And that's where I'm like telling myself not to react. Calm down. Because what if you react a certain way where he freaks out and like loses it on you, or the driver freaks out and does a whole and takes it somewhere else. So I put my hand on the handle to make sure like, okay, like if anything happens, I can just pull this bitch open and just like roll the out. There is like no traffic. It is like dead. Have you ever drove where it's like there's no one in the street? No one in the street. Anything can happen and no one would know. Not even the birdies would know because no one is out. The crickets are not even nada. So he just has his hand here. Just there. Very over on top of my, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just there. Just tapping, rubbing. And I keep just going like that. And he moves it. He moves it. And then he brings it back. And move it. And he brings it back. Skillet turns around, looks, and she kind of looks concerned, but she's like, huh, like laughing too. And we just both know we gotta play it cool. We gotta play it cool. So as he keeps trying to put his hand over me and I move it, he puts his hand on my thigh and kind of pinches, you know, like squeezes. And that is giving me the sign of quit your shit, right? So I stop. Like I literally just stop. I just freeze and I'm just like breathing, and I make eye contact with earring back in the mirror. And I don't know if it's because he knew that like she's gonna do something, or she's gonna fight back, or if he just knew like, okay, she's uncomfortable. He asked his Ego, what you doing, fool? And he's nothing, just chilling, and he's just like rubbing. And I go like that because I know Earring's watching now, so I'm hoping you'll tell your homie something. So I go like that, and I am just making my eyes so wide, like, and Earring back is just staring right back at me. Just right back at me. Where I'm so focused on his eyes, I kind of just blink and I look over and I can see Ego's eyes right in the mirror, just staring right back at me too. He brings his hand again to do the same thing, but this time he is squeezing my thigh so fucking hard. It hurts so bad. So bad. And I see that Skillet is even like looking too, and she's looking at me and she's just looking, but she's not saying anything. It's just one of those things like you just know. You just know. Comply. Don't say nothing. Earring back tells Ego, yo, chill. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, dog. She ain't feeling it. And Ego instantly just releases and just scoots over back to the window like if he was a kid who just got in trouble, and just looks out the window and just starts. The way he breathed was so scary. And I just looked in the mirror, looked at Earring back, and I just like nodded, and I just looked out the window. The drive back to Skillet's house was so silent. so silent, no talking. I was scared to look at my phone just in case it was going to set them off and then be like, yo, what are you doing? I was so scared. I was just like, and just remembering like where we're passing, where we're going, this and that, all of it. Just remembering, okay, like where we're at, this, that, okay, cool. We make it to Skillets, and I am just so relieved because I'm like, touchdown. I open that car door so freaking quickly. I get out, and as I'm getting to like the sidewalk, Aaron back calls my name, and I look back, and he just says, take care of yourself. Ugh. And I just like nodded, because even though he was a piece of shit, I am so thankful that he did tell Ego to like back off, especially because how Ego was like getting like annoyed, how I kept like moving his hand, and I kept pinching my fucking thigh so hard I bruised, like so hard I bruised. Like when I seen that I had the bruises there, I was like, what the what? And then it just clicked, and I was like, damn. So me and Skillet both get dropped off. Skillet says her goodbye. We go inside, and I just freaking hug Skillet because I was just so freaked out. She's hugging me, and we don't even talk about it right there and then. We are just hugging each other because it was just so intense, and it was so, we've been in so many moments like that where it is just so like gracias a Dios, because it's something that you never want to experience alone, and it's something you don't want to ever experience with somebody else. It's just so scary, and you always think like never me, and why not? But I'm just so thankful that nothing happened, because I was scared, you guys. Like it literally felt like we were taking forever to get to Skillet's house. Forever. Like it was intense. The way he was like breathing, like after he got told, like, you know, like it was scary, where I was just like, okay. And I hate that I feel like I bitched down, and I hate that like I can't just be like, no, like you had to do that, Lex, like you knew what you had to do. Like I want to scold myself, even though I already scolded myself when I was younger. Like I want to scold myself again. And I don't know how to stop doing that, y'all. Like, I don't know how to stop doing that. Like, it's my pride, and I hate that. I really do. But I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. I love you so freaking much. Besos a todos. If you guys enjoy story times, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you guys are notified when I do go live. Leave a comment so that YouTube knows that you guys like these type of videos, and also it helps me out. I love you guys so freaking much. Besos a todos. And make sure to follow my vlog channel, because I will be posting my vlogs on there as well. I love you guys. Take care, and Happy New Year. Bye.